Da, neste er ikke fylkesordfører, men delegat i World Economic Forum, Women Economic Forum, og foredragsholder rundt omkring i verden, som også forsker på nordiske og baltiske forhold. Nemlig Kathleen Riguer. For dem som hørte henne i går, så er hun altså ikke 20 år, men hun er 39. Hvor er du, Kathleen? Du har gått på toalettet, da. Der er hun. Vær så god, Kathleen Riguer. Hun skal snakke om, det er litt viktig da, hun skal snakke om hvordan vil den demografiske utviklingen påvirke Norge, med spesielt blikk på oss her i Møre og Romsdal. Vær så god.
Thank you, Ola. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. And I don't know what you said, so I don't know if I'm going to repeat what you said, but yeah, I want to acknowledge the presence of our esteemed guests. Actually, this one. I heard it's always here when you have special events, so welcome. So welcome everyone. My name is Kathleen and I'm from the Philippines, and basically I'm from Women Economic Forum. This is a mirror of World Economic Forum, but it's more for women empowerment. So it was founded by our founder, who's Indian, and Women Economic Forum is the annual gathering of the women from different parts of the world, professionals. We have royals as well, members, dignitaries, VIPs, thought leaders, speakers, other speakers, and other empowered women. And we aim to connect different women from different parts of the world and create a difference by collaborations or projects. That's what we do. So we gather around annually to discuss current trends and find solutions to some relevant topics. So there we go. Okay, let's try this. Hvordan vil den demografiske utviklingen påvirke Norge? Did I say it right? How will the demographic development affect Norway? So, significant shift in world population development. Those who were there at the event yesterday, can I please see your hands? Anyone here? Okay, so there's a lot of you there. So this is basically just a summary for our other guests. So, and if you forgot some things then, this is a great time to review. We're going to have an exam later. Significant shift in world population development. So, as you can see, world population from 1700s to 2100, yes, it is increasing, of course, from 600 million to 10.43 billion by, it's still not, this doesn't like me. Okay, there we go. Yes. Oh, there. Okay. Thank you, Chris, been so amazing. Okay, from 600 million in the 1700s to 10.43 billion by 2086. It is increasing, yes, but the annual growth rate, there's a steep increase post-war over here. 1950s and 1980s, but then it has been going down. That was the boomers era, so there's a lot of babies born at the time, but then from then it has been consistently declining. By 2100, it is projected that the world population would be like negative 0.1%. So Muslim countries, except the Muslim countries, they will have most of the population growth. So we have to know that most of the countries, really right now, it's a declining population. Muslim countries will have the higher population growth than the rest. So main reason is fertility rate. Whether we accept it or not, it really is the fertility rate of women that's going to cause the decline in population. The fertility rate is the number of children per woman. So as you can see from here, Africa used to be the highest. It's still going to be, but constant decline, everything. This is Europe, the blue one. From 2.75 by 2100, it will only be negative 1.5 or yeah, there. So we have to pay attention to these things because we should prepare for the future. We need people in the world to sustain the world. Okay, so why are so many millennials opting for pets and not parenthood? I've told this over and over. At malls, we can see it. There are more people carrying their pets than people carrying children. I don't know in Norway because I haven't been to a lot of your malls, but in Asia, in the Philippines, there was a time where there were more children at malls. These days, there are more dogs in strollers at malls. And this is a reality now. But the other side of the story is that having pets instead of children is selfish. Why? Because they said, I know we love pets, yes, but we need children to save the world, to continue to sustain the world. And if you're gonna have dogs, dogs are not capable to run the world, basically. So that's the other side of the story. These are conflicting. We're gonna discuss more later a bit, but these are the main thoughts. Okay, so like quick example. These are my friends. There's like 17 of us in a group, but only 2 of us have children now. We are millennials. I'm 39 years old, and here, 17 of us, only 2 have children. The others opted not to have kids. One of us has fertility issues, but majority of us chose to not have kids. So why is that? It is also an intergenerational differences. From the baby boomers, they had a lot of kids. The Gen X, my parents, they're like 3 kids. And then the millennials, my age, we only want like 1 or 2 kids. The Gen Z, 1 or no kids. They don't want kids anymore. They just want pets because the world is so chaotic, because it's so expensive, inflation rate everywhere. That's the reason. And in a way, we can't do anything to change their mind. They have to choose to actually want to have children. So there are other things that we can recommend to them, or at least we have to inform them that this is happening. We need to address this now, or it's going to be too late. So fertility rates will see dramatic decline, with 90% of the countries unable to sustain populations. Right now, 2024, 40% of the world countries already. 40%, almost half of the countries of the world, 190 plus countries of the world, are no longer sustainable. By 2050, 75% of the world. And by 2100, a staggering 97% of the world countries cannot sustain their population anymore. This is a wake-up call. We have to do something right now, because it's only like 2100, 24, 76 years from now. Our children, our grandchildren, it's going to be difficult. For Norway, what about Norway? Okay, the Norwegian population development given present trends. The present trend is this one. There, the red one, it's really going down. By 2019, below 4 even. But population trend plus immigration, there we go, it will help by 2019 a little increase over there. So we have to accept that we really need some kind of intervention. Only large-scale migration can make Norway maintain a sustainable population given present demographical trends. We cannot stop the trend because it's been going on for half of the century already. So you cannot undo that in the next 5 years or 10 years. So same applies to the entire Western world, the US, Canada, Europe. You really need to pay attention. Asia is a little we have more population in Asia, yes, but we're also declining. The fertility rates also declining. East Asia, China, Japan, and South Korea, especially South Korea, are all declining. South Korea is already below, 68% below sustainability levels. So they are facing extinction. We have to consider this. If you don't pay attention to this, you will face the same problem as South Korea. So we really need to do something now. Look at it. A fertility rate of 1.4 is already 33% under sustainability. That is the main challenge of Norway. You need people, workforce. You need it, and you need younger generation to sustain your population. South Korea, as I said, it's already 68% under sustainability level. So it is going down. Okay, fertility rates by county in 2023. Oslo, Midsund is in Møre this one. 1.51. This is 2023. So we have to see next year, of course. Oh, this year, but the figures are not here yet. I hope it really improves. So this is basically how, like, I'm gonna show you how immigration can compensate for the fertility trend in a way. So what is the situation for Møre og Romsdal? If the fertility trends continue, all but one municipality, Okra, will reduce their population. I heard that they have an oil rig or an oil industry there. So maybe that's why. Will reduce their population, and most of them significantly. Okra, there. 38. The red ones are the negative ones. Okra, there. It's positive. Many communities and several municipalities will lose sustainability. Okay, let's discuss this part. So this is, by 2024, this is your figures right now. Ålesund, Molde, there we go. By 2050, if the fertility trend continues, there we go, from 32,816, it will decrease by it will decrease and be like 30,333 by 2050. But if you add immigration, compensate for it, then at least you get 34,600, a little increase. This is projected, so it can be done if you choose to do it. But you need to act now. We need to act now. So it's not like, and it has to be a collective effort, because one woman cannot give birth to 100 kids in 1 year. So in a way, yeah, you can try, but yeah, well, that would be really hard. I think there's a woman that gave birth to 100 kids, but you cannot duplicate that, like for multiple women. So there we go. Significant immigration compensation is likely also. I have to be very careful with this thing that I'm gonna say, because this is still not yet a thing in the Eastern world from where I come from, Asia. Men can give birth. Can I see who agrees to that? Can men give birth? You might help with the population. Can I see some hands here if you believe that men can give birth? Men can give birth. None? Wow, that's 100%. You don't believe it. Can we... Okay, I'm not gonna say more, but yeah, if you can, then maybe you should, because you will help with your population. If not, we need to pay attention to this. We need to incentivize women, inform them that this is happening, so we need to help each other. It's a collective effort. Not one can change the world. Not your mayor, not your prime minister, but you have to inform the public too. Okay, then say that. Okay, however, counties and communities will compete for skilled immigrants, and it will be difficult to obtain sustainable population development. Why? Because the immigrants would want to go to your central cities, Bergen, Oslo, Stavanger. How about your small towns and villages? You cannot take them for granted, like Midsund. You need to make people, especially the young people, to stay here, rather than, okay, study in Oslo but come back here, and create opportunities for local, and then you can attract other people to come here too. This is a great city. The location is amazing, and I saw it. It was like very, very nice. We need the people here need to create opportunities and make the people stay or come back rather than go to the central cities. So to distribute the population. Okay, aging population is a huge challenge in Norway. Gromsdal in particular. For Gromsdal, births most likely will come down between 5 to 20% from 2020 to 2050, when deaths will increase by approximately 40% because the population is aging. I'm sorry, I know you're not happy to hear about these things, but we have to be informed about that. So the population is aging, we need to do something to make the young people want to have kids. Okay, like an example, I'm gonna do it fast. When will there be more 20 as young, 65 and above, older? So Gromsdal over here, you have aging population already because the young are migrating to the Oslo and Bergen region. Like I said, what we can do is to create an opportunity for them to make them stay or come back. Population pyramids, an example for here, this is Norway. That's circular. What is circular? Going back, sick, there. So maybe because they're aging already. So, and for Vanelven, south of Ålesund, this is not a horse on a chessboard. This is dying over here, as you can see. So we need to pay attention to these figures. All right, labor migration, like I said, migration is movement within, domestically within Norway. Immigration is from outside Norway into the country. So foreign labor migration, that's immigration, has come to the rescue from many municipalities and also communities, also in Gromsdal. So you can see this one, there's a little help from there. It's somewhere here, right? So there, you have some help over here, the dark ones. Scenario for Midsund and similar communities, unsustainable fertility. This is a domino effect. Schools close down because there aren't a lot of kids, less opportunities because people are leaving. Centralization. The more central cities, Bergen, Oslo, you focus there, you're forgetting the smaller towns. You need to take them into account as well. Less services, lack of labor, and decreasing fertility, all of them because of unsustainable fertility population. Reverse the demographic trap in small remote communities, domestic labor, migration, attract immigration. Make women stay in your communities, give couples attractive work or incentives, make younger generations stay. They can study somewhere else, but then come back to help the community. Measures to increase fertility scientifically and medical help. Giving birth should give at least same status rights and bonuses at work. Incentives. Work longer. Increase productivity, increase in habitat satisfaction, increase awareness for the situation. Like I said, there are three things that we can do to at least try to find solution to this. As a conclusion, all of us, need to make everyone aware of what's going on. They need to know. I was talking to some women yesterday, and there are still a lot of people who don't know that this is a scenario already, and some of them are not believing it. We have to get them to know this. The second one, incentivize your workers. So your largest pension fund in the world. You cannot just use it on other things without considering giving some incentives to motivate women to give birth and families to have kids, because it's the only way you can save it. And then the third one, okay, focus on like trying to find, for the small communities, trying to find things to do so that the young people stay or come back to your communities. So there we go. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something. Thank you. If you have questions, I'm just going to be here the whole day.
I think you mentioned Aukra.
Yes.
And there's a gift to you from Aukra.
Oh, thank you.
So here, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
People can talk to you during breaks. I just want to go back to this one because I saw a lot of people wanted to take a photo of that one, and I couldn't. Can you hear me? No? So, if you want to have a photo of that one, Marianne? Yep, and the next one? Okay. Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.